2 hours to put everything together, people. There might be a bug or two. But hey, listen, we're here. It's an emergency broadcast. It's a new year. A year that we're going to have without stuttering John Melendez. I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves.
No, it's tough. I gotta say, I watched pretty much the whole thing at double speed, of course. I'm not a complete psychopath. But I was pretty bored with it.
Oh, so boring. The guitar playing killed me.
It makes me think when John comes back in... It might be later today. It might be by the time we're done with this.
Oh, he's on now.
It might be a week. My prediction is 2 weeks. I think he probably had something to do. That's my guess, is that he had some reason. What the fuck am I? Who is this? What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? And that's a much younger woman. This 87-year-old foreigner, by the way. He's from a different country. He has no fucking idea what you're talking about, John. So ask yourself, who is this for?
What is your name?
John Melendez. I was the announcer for the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. I've never been arrested.
Lead with Howard Stern, John.
Here's my IMDb link.
Because most people will be like, you weren't on the Tonight Show. I don't remember you. Oh, Howard Stern. Okay, I do remember a stuttering John.
So far, Shuli's dad is 3,000 times funnier than John in this go.
Oh my God, he's crushing. That's the thing. Is like John has the ability to make the foil in his the butt of the joke. He becomes the victor in John's world. He's like Shuli's dad is the funny one. You're absolutely right.
And also, I think this permanently puts an end to the smelt it, dealt it controversy, because the hypocrisy police shirt and then calling an 86...
Someone in the world called my mother. And now I will get sweet revenge by calling someone else's father. Someone who is unrelated to that situation. Now again, like, John wants to make the correlation that because Shuli and Carl and me and all these people do these shows, it inspires people to do these things, get his gigs canceled. What's tough for John to realize, because he's repeated these things so often, what's tough for him to realize is, A, some of them probably never happened. Like I don't know if a troll actually called his mother on Christmas morning or not at this point. It's just something John says over and over again. So who knows if they actually even happen. But also John is just misattributing the source of them. And he's taking out this anger. He has such anger for these people. But he has no way to get it out. So it results in shit like this where he's like, Mr. Igor, do you know what?
It said that dementia, drugs, and alcohol give you anger issues. There he is.
What your boy did? And the guy's like, what? Who is this?
I have a college degree. I'm very successful. I'm rich.
What a resume. I have a college degree.
I've seen wars. Who are you?
and what is the... So, I'm just trying to play this all out.
I have a college degree and I'm rich? What a moron.
The world that John wanted to live in. Like, let's imagine the best case scenario for how this could have gone. John says, hey, I got a college degree. And the guy goes, oh, and my son made fun of you? Oh, my God. Surely get in here. Like, what's going to happen? This is Walter White calling Skylar White after Gus Fring is blown up. Shuli's dad has half a face right now. And John is about to recap what we just heard.
Shuli's just pulling up his tie and falling to the ground.
You've harassed my mother. You keep using image of my fucking mother, motherfucker. Yeah, I know where your dad lives too, you...
This idiot. We all know he abuses his mother. Makes her go up and down the stairs when he visits to get him coffee. She brings him coffee, ice cream. He says, no, that's not what I wanted. I have coffee with ice in it. So she makes her go back downstairs. He says she found on the stairs because people are ordering food and stuff. John, if you answer the door instead of sending your mother, she wouldn't fall down if it even happened. You're such a liar and a moron. You know how to obscure the obvious. You're unbelievable. He's so full of shit.
Fucking little.
What are you gonna beat him up? What does that mean? I know where your dad lives.
Think like it's Casey, so you're like, what did Casey do? You know, like did he throw? By the way, great name. But what did, he could have thrown on like John's music or just dumb stuff from the Stern Show that was copywritten.
Stuttering John's likeness has been trademarked.
But I have a feeling
Can't
John
even
is
show
going.
his likeness.
No, I have a feeling he's going down his YouTube copyright studio page right now and just hell hath no fury, like the Duke scorned, and just trying to get revenge on everyone. So look for one of those in your inbox, Mike. Just say it.
Well, what are they doing with my picture? Oh, they got you with handcuffs, KY jelly, video.
I actually think you're very sexy.
No one has wanted me in this way in decades, John. I am flattered. No, they don't like you. What?
Machines.
They're just jerking off.
Yeah, his mother said, what are they doing with my image? Come on, stupid. We know that's all bullshit. And for you to use your likeness, nobody wants to take pictures of a pile of dog shit.
Yeah. Do you think he knew what was happening? No, of course not. So don't act like you're the victim when you're being recorded, but other people, who gives a shit?
The thing I've learned is, Dewsbury, you need to get your dad a podcast. Stat. That guy's funny.
He is. He's pretty good.
Fuck off.
I mean, I don't think we shouldn't
Don't
punish
matter.
shooties that.
It don't matter. He
for
played the
Shuey's
fucking
action.
tapes anyway that were illegally fucking recorded.
Shuey's dad did?
Yes.
He's not even listening to Clay. Clay is like, well, don't punish Shuey's father for the sins of his son. And he played the. John's not even listening.
John, when you rant and rave and curse like a moron, do you believe your kids might be watching? But you don't give a shit, do you? How can you embarrass them like this? It's no wonder they have nothing to do with you. You're an embarrassment. Yeah. Best thing that ever happened to those kids was you abandoning them at a young age. If they had to suffer with you for 20 years, oh my God.
No.
Okay, so
What?
I made a mental note of this weeks ago. Pat Dixon was on John's show and said, he said, love is he's about to say it, whatever. Love is a bastardization of hate, or it's a cousin of hate, or whatever the fuck he said.
Hate is
It's
the
not-
bastardization of love, yes.
Whatever the fuck. It's not that brilliant a thought. It's been said before. But Pat Dixon said it as kind of a throwaway line, and John goes, could you say that again? And Pat goes, what, do you mean the thing? Okay, and he repeats it. And then John goes, that's pretty good, I'm going to use that. In the weeks following, John has bungled this sentence every time he's tried to use it. Let me hear it again. Where Pat Dixon, this was not a poignant moment in Pat's life where he's like, I uttered the world's greatest phrase. He just said some cliche that John was like, is that scripture? That's unbelievable that you were able to formulate those words. And so he's trying to bring it back like it's going to be a significant callback in Pat's mind.
Yeah, this is John's fool me once, you won't fool me again.
Yeah,
Except he does that too. I've heard him fuck that up too. So he can't even use that as a stand-in.
Yeah.
Pat, it's the same thing they used to do with Stern. Some people listen because they like me. Some listen. Oh, I think you said it's a bastardization of love or something.
The way it's a what?
Didn't you say it's a?
Oh, hate and love.
Isn't this-
Yeah, they're very
isn't-
closely.
Isn't this your famous quote, Pat? Was it you or Mark Twain that said this?
God damn, who? What part of your family does John have to make you come on the show, Pat Dixon? You do not look like you want to willingly be here.
And what they said about Howard Stern is they said people who love him listen to him to see what he's going to say next. And people who hate him listen to him even more to see what he's going to say next. John, you were there. You didn't even get that right. And I noticed he didn't put you in his movie. In the end, he let you act like an asshole for 30 seconds.
Pat's a weird guy. I think he's just But here's how Clearwater Chad is taking it. Hey, you know, the longer it goes, I could have botched the amazing appearance I had. I left people wanting more. I went out on a high note.
What's this? Clay Dabbler said in this show that there's a lot of autism in this world, and he ain't lying.
This is crazy. If this is a real human being, which I'm still skeptical of, but if this is a real human being, he's my favorite guy that's ever existed.
What about the final boss? Did he not?
Craig
Did
is
he not
right.
show up?
Stern people probably listened to the first few episodes years ago, and then we're like, okay, well, John has nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
And then John did a political show for Benny Loco and 6 other people, you know, and that was for no one. Now you're bragging about it.
Very specific. Kraut Cat for $3.99. Peer character exaggeratedly stretching his arm forward to offer. Yeah, that content is crazy. It's also
On it, because like Barstool would look at it and be like, "Who's this for? 60-year-olds?" Big one, probably.
new show with. Who would it be?
Tukey, easily. Rocco.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
congratulations.
not
I
even
introduced
close.
you to. Yeah, I introduced you to.
Not even close. He's like my favorite guy to broadcast with. I like Cardiff a lot too, but I think me and Rocco seem to have similar interests.
Oh, okay. Yes, no, I did. All right. So we have a few things. We got Unboxing Eric and Catch 22. You can find those all the time.